Now, when the Pisces sign goes into the third house in the Navamsa, this is a very strong placement. However, it has its nicks and knacks. What does it mean? It means the third house is the house of giving, talking, communicating, advising, consulting, guiding, teaching. Also your efforts, where your efforts are going, where you are trying to influence people and how, in which manner you are influencing people. Now remember, because the Navamsa is the strongest dissemination of the Lagna chart, but it gives the highest probabilities. Lagna chart is possibilities, the D9 chart is probabilities. So it gives you highest probabilities of doing certain actions or taking action in a certain manner. So the Pisces sign in the third house will give you an ability of how the Pisces sign energies are guiding your relationships, your partnerships. Anybody who you meet on a day-to-day basis, not only your partner or your life partner, Pisces energies will determine how you're communicating with the person, how you're trying to call to action to the person, how you're engaging with the person, how you're trying to influence the person. So here the Pisces energies are being too honest. So third house is also communication. You're too honest in your communication. Sometimes it can make you a little talkative. You talk too much, give out too much information. Keep your heart, cards close to your chest. Don't overdo. Don't give every idea to everybody. Sometimes, I'm not saying do that, but keeping some of your plans even hidden from your spouse may not be a bad idea. Tell the person when certain things are done. Maybe especially at work. You don't need to say, okay, I'm working on this project project will do this. Quietly work on the project. Let the project meet its mark. Let the project give you that acknowledgement and the growth. Then come and tell your partner that I was working on this project. This is a very good project. I got this deal. Blah blah blah. Whatever. But I'm not saying hide everything. Give a little information, but not too much. So what happens is the creativity of the Pisces energy is compromised when you're giving up too much or talking too much about it. This is also an intuitive energy. Sometimes you know what to tell people, what not to tell people. So you also hold back enough sometimes. But many times what happens, you hold back too much of your emotional side. What you want is held back, and you may react in a situation that you did this to me, I didn't like this and all. That's all okay. But what do you want? Be open and tell people what you want. Ensure that you also get enough from the relationship, enough from the partnership, because the D9 chart is more about relationships and partnership. You end up becoming too sacrificing, too charitable in giving. So if the Pisces sign is in the third house, don't be little like a bicycle. Push hard, put in more energy, but also be very tactful where the energy is going, where you're spending your efforts, because then you may get better fruits. If not, then what will happen is you may end up doing too much work for others. Others may riding on your shoulders, on your back, and then getting the growth where you may be left behind.